yeah, just fingers crossed it's nothing serious, but I doubt it. Abdullah. Bye. Bye. Good morning, internet. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome here in Port Loko in Sierra Leone. Oh, it's school. The little kitty's going to school. Yeah, I'm only riding 120 kilometers today to Freetown, the capital of Sierra Leone. Well, I was super pleased that I could skip Conakry in Guinea, the capital there, because that has horrific traffic apparently, worse than in Dakar, can you imagine? And so I didn't have to go to Conakry, so I skipped it. But this time I have to go to the city for two things. First, I need to go to Freetown because I need to get my Liberia visa. So I need to go to the Liberian embassy to get the visa, so that's for the next country. And second, I have a problem with Alaska, and it's been going on for a while. I've been hearing a noise which sounds actually really bad. The noise is not there all the time. Now it's not there, now it's fine, but it will start when the engine gets hot. And well, I have several theories on what it can be, but either way I need a mechanic to look at it, look after it. And it's, well, if I'm honest, it's been giving me quite a lot of anxiety, but I didn't want to really talk about it before because I couldn't do anything about it anyway, because, well, if you've seen where I've been riding in the last episodes, I was not gonna find a good mechanic in Guinea or before, and this is not something that I really want to leave up to people that have no experience with these type of motorcycles. You good? Yeah, I don't know, I have a feeling if you don't know what you're doing, it can actually get worse. So I kind of had to choose between two bad choices, because keeping on riding like this also doesn't feel good. And of course, if I would have been riding in, I don't know, Europe, I would have immediately made my way to the nearest Honda dealer. But that's just not an option for me, so I was kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? I'll just keep on going, I suppose. It doesn't seem to get worse, but it's definitely not good either. So yeah, secretly I have been very worried about Alaska. That's also the reason why I kind of made my way straight down to Freetown now, because originally my plan was to make a whole more loop in Guinea, to also see the eastern part and then loop back to Sierra Leone, but I just didn't dare to do it. I was like, I need to get this checked out. So yeah, that's the story. Now, usually to find mechanics, I usually use iOverlander, that app that I've been talking about before. I also use it to find accommodation and stuff. But there is nothing listed on iOverlander in Freetown either, like no good mechanics. But via I did find there is a mechanic in Freetown that's supposedly also a Honda dealer, but I have no reviews or anything, so I don't know. But this motorcycle shop is there for 40 years, so they seem to be quite an established motorcycle shop. It's beautiful here. I thought I don't think I have another choice, because as far as I know, the real good mechanics that work on big bikes next, kind of, they will only be in Côte d'Ivoire, in Ivory Coast, and that's still far away. So first I thought maybe I can make it to Ivory Coast and have it checked out there. And then I thought, I don't know. Maybe I'm really damaging my engine. So let's see, right? I'm just gonna go to Freetown now. I've also contacted again the Honda dealer in the Netherlands where I bought Alaska, and I've made an audio recording of the sound and asked them, like, what do you guys think? Yeah, just fingers crossed it's nothing serious, but I doubt it. There are still dark clouds. I don't think it rained last night. The locals here are super happy that the rainy season is starting. They were like, we love it! Or at least the beginning of the rainy season, because it cools everything down. It's not so hot anymore. Wow! What a colorful place! This mountain backdrop, really cool. Not sure what this town is called, or this is maybe already, would this be the outskirts of Freetown? Still 33 kilometers, so can be. Idea it was gonna be this mountainous, so close to the coast, to be honest. It's kind of taking me by surprise. Oh, it's such a cool place. Really didn't see this coming. Very different from other big cities that I've ridden through. Okay, I'm almost there. That mechanic or that workshop should be in about 600 meters from here. That actually wasn't too bad, except for that one busy place. There hasn't really been much traffic, so actually really sweet. It's funny, there's rickshaws here everywhere. Tuk-tuks.
Inside the engine, so you don't have a tappet to fix it. It's a CRF 300.
CRF.
Oh, CRF. But it's not a Honda. No. Yes, you said that the tappet.
If you don't, when last you change your, you don't change oil before.
Yes, in Dakar. So 2,000 kilometers.
Okay.
So not much. But it doesn't seem to be burning oil, so I don't think it's the piston. Yeah, so when John comes tomorrow, she'll call me and I'll come. I'll stay in town, so yeah. Okay, see you tomorrow then. Because the engine overheated so much in Dakar and I lost all the coolant. That can do, like, that type of overheating can do a lot of bad things for your engine. Yeah, it's funny because, well, it's not really funny, but I think the last 3 bikers that I've met, all of them have had overheating bikes in this part of Africa. And one was a Husqvarna, one was a KTM, and the other one was a Yamaha, I think. So it's not just Alaska, it can happen. And 2 of them also had the exact same problem with overheating bikes in that traffic in Dakar. So I don't want to blame it on Alaska, it can just happen. And then, yeah, I boiled off all my coolant. it happens. But anyway, yeah, so the point is, their main mechanic, their senior mechanic, John, he didn't come in for work today. And they don't really know why. But they said hopefully he will be there tomorrow. So I was kind of like, okay, let's hope so. So yeah, I don't really have another choice than to just go to find a place to stay. And then I left my number. And then if he comes in tomorrow, they'll give me a ring. So yeah, I really hope that he will be there tomorrow. So I can't, you know, start working on getting the parts if we don't open up the bike. So I really hope he will be there tomorrow. Look at that, the beach. It's quite pretty. Ooh, very windy. Alright, so I had all my hopes on this Honda place here, but it turns out that was fruitless when the mechanic is just not showing up for work. So they weren't able to help me. So now I reached out to Goedhart Motoren, which is the dealership in the Netherlands where I bought Alaska, and they've been always helping me. They're really good guys there. And so the thing would be excluded is that it can't be the valves, because right now when the engine is cold you don't hear it, and if there's something off with the valves you'll hear it all the time, and that's not the case. So I need to get my Liberia visa. Liberia is the next country, and I'm gonna get the visa here at the embassy. So that's my first stop, go to the embassy, get the visa, and then I am gonna do a little bit of sightseeing here in Freetown. Hi! Hello! Excuse me, where is the famous cotton tree? Straight?
No.
And then right. Oh, thanks. Look at this. Famous cotton tree. Let me see if I can park somewhere. So this is the oldest cotton tree in Sierra Leone, and this tree became very important because in 1792 a group of formerly enslaved Afro-Americans came here to this tree, and this is where they founded Freetown. And this group of people regained their freedom by fighting for the British in the American War of Independence. And once they gained their freedom, they came here to Sierra Leone. And when they first landed on the shoreline, they walked up to this tree and they held a gathering here, and they were praying and singing to give thanks to finding a free land where they could live as free people. So before that group of people came here, Sierra Leone was already inhabited, But it was that group of people that gave the town its name, Freetown. And they don't know the exact age of the tree, but it was already there in the late 1700s. So, and people here in Sierra Leone, they'll still come to this tree to pray for peace. So it's still, well, you even see the sign there, I stand for peace.